Hey guys, Profe Pablo here, Spanish teacher turned Minecraft engineer. In this series, we are focusing on Minecraft's best XP farms. Two things you need to know about XP farms is one, you get XP from doing manual labor in Minecraft, and we are going to try to make that job just a little easier. And two, XP farms are really good if you AFK. In other words, if you walk away from your keyboard. Last episode, we worked on a charcoal farm, which is running right now. I'm waiting for it to fill up. And while it's filling up, we are going to build our next farm. In this next farm, we are going to make another smelting farm, but this time we are going to smelt kelp. Let me clear off some land here and get going. This kelp farm is zero tick, and zero tick tends to be a little fickle with realms and servers, so we're going to make it as simple as possible so that you don't have many problems. Take a block, place one down, skip a block, place another block. On the back block, place a sticky piston, and then place some sand. Take your building block, place one next to the sticky piston, down here, and one on the sand. Come over here by the sticky piston and place redstone dust. Place a repeater going into the block above the redstone dust. Place a torch, causing a repeater clock, and turn it off. When you turn it off, the piston should be extended. Come up here, place down two more pieces of sand, and now we are going to cover this thing in blocks so that the sand doesn't have a lot of space to move. There you go, you should have a tower that looks like this. Now coming back here, place down a block and place a dispenser with a water bucket. Bring this build up a couple blocks so that the water that comes out has nowhere to go. Gonna do it all the way to the end here. Skipping a block away from the dispenser right here, place a glass pane. Now place a chest, skip a block, place a smoker, and come down here and place another chest. Now if you want a lot of XP, make these double chests, but you will have to AFK longer. Place a hopper in front over here going into this chest. Place a hopper on top of the smoker, and then place another hopper going into this chest to the side. Also come over here, place a hopper going in to the smoker, and place a chest on top of that hopper. This chest feeds kelp into the smoker, this chest collects the smoked kelp, and this chest feeds fuel back into the smoker. Now this is really important. On top of this hopper, place a button. That'll keep the water from flowing out. Go ahead and take a water bucket and place a thing of water right there. Take a piece of kelp, place it right there, then come back here to the back, break every other block above the redstone dust, right there, and place two redstone torches, one right there, one right there. Turn on your kelp farm, and the zero tick should immediately start collecting the kelp. You'll want to cover this up, otherwise some kelp will get lost up here on top. So I like to cover it with a trapdoor. Place a trapdoor on top there, and then crouch. Place another trapdoor, so it's the same level, and it's above this dispenser. Also, it's a good door to have just in case you need to service this thing and replace sand or kelp. If this thing breaks, it's going to break right up here on top with the sand and the kelp. Or sometimes it breaks down here to the side, because if the sand falls down and there's sand right there, it'll stop working. Okay, this smoker is going to very quickly fill up with kelp. We're going to go ahead and place some fuel in here. If you don't have fuel, what you could do is wait for your charcoal farm to finish from the last video, and then use that charcoal in this smoker. Now, once this bottom chest fills up, and so does this hopper, you'll be able to pull kelp straight from here, getting lots of XP because all the XP will be stored. But we have to wait, so we are going to AFK for this farm while we're AFKing for the first farm. Okay guys, I've been making other videos, but I've been letting this XP farm run for a while. Right now, we just have a little bit of dried kelp to harvest. Notice that I have no XP. I harvest this. Took me up to 11 instantly because I filled in this chest and this hopper. Now imagine if I had a double chest, it would have given me 22. But what I want to do right now is fix this machine, let it keep smelting kelp, because when it smelts, you can keep harvesting and still get pretty high numbers of XP. Just remember that these machines, because they're zero tick, they often break. So I'm jumping over to creative mode to fix it real quick. Don't have to be in creative mode to fix it, it's just easier. Okay, jumps back over to survival. You will notice that kelp is still in here. I'm going to keep harvesting it. Now you have to harvest it from the smelter. Boom, boom. Already up to 17. And every time a piece of kelp goes in there, you can still harvest. I'm going to be at 30 in just a second. 23. Now you notice I'm not getting as good of returns anymore because I already got most of the XP out of here. But we're going to go just a few more. Okay, up to 26. Anyway, we could keep going here, but what I want to do is show you that you can take this dried kelp, which we're going to take out of the chest now. We're going to let this thing start filling back up so that we can get XP from it later. Be sure and have a crafting table close by. Come to the crafting table, go to construction blocks, and you can turn all of that dried kelp into dried blocks, kelp blocks. And those can be in turn used as fuel for your furnace, so you don't need to get charcoal anymore for this. You can still come over here and harvest dried kelp. So this dried kelp farm is one of the quickest and most efficient XP farms that you can do, and you get to use the dried kelp for fuel later. I hope you guys enjoyed this build.